welcome back. Thank you for clicking on this video. So, I don't know how much, I forget exactly how much running content I've put out, but recently I've been getting into running. I've been running in my Xero shoes. If you watched that video, I'll leave a link in the description if you hadn't, go check it out. But I started getting into some longer distance. I did first time running a 5K straight without stopping or slowing down really all that much, and I started noticing, okay, I'm gonna need some better shoes. And then some friends invited me on a really long run, which you can see in my first episode of The Machine, also link in the description. Borrowed my dad's running shoes for that, and I was like, I need to get my own pair. So, ordered from Fleet Feet. I've got a pair of Ultras, and so we're going to be testing these out and see how these perform. Now these are the Altra FWD Via 2s. Tried them on in store, tried on a bunch. I initially actually went in for a pair of Hokas, but the guy in there told me that because of my because I was used to barefoot shoes, that these were going to be a much better option. So I tried them on, absolutely loved this pair. They didn't have the colors I wanted because it was all white and pink. Don't mind the pink, but it just, I knew they were going to get filthy so quickly. So these suckers are just gorgeous. But I'll leave a link in the description for you guys to check these out. Yeah, so I'm going to be testing these out, giving you guys some feedback, what my thoughts, what I like, what I don't like, and we're going to log these on Strava so I can track the mileage. But yeah, let's see how these things perform. Okay, now it's time for a little short 1 mile run. I'm gonna try and do sprints, go as fast as I can. It is currently 5:28, so I'm gonna go run, and then afterwards maybe I'll get a little bit of editing done, but we're gonna go hit a chest and triceps with my uncle. He invited me to go work out, so we're gonna go do that afterwards at 6:30, and then I gotta get to work, so might leave these on, might not, we'll see. Good morning. So I am gearing up for my biggest run yet, and we're gonna try them out with the Ultras. It is currently 4:25, so it's early. We're gonna meet up with my friends in Sacramento, and go on a 20-mile run. So we're gonna get to put these shoes to the test, put myself to the test. I made a bunch of my homemade gels, so I got those ready to go. I'm trying out some new flavors. So that will be good. I got the GoPro charged up, so I don't feel like running with this thing, so we're gonna get over to Sac and get to that run. Oh, downhill. So we are currently almost 9 miles in. So we are almost halfway point. The shoes feeling pretty good. Still definitely breaking them in. They were a little uncomfortable at first, but now they're getting worn in and they're feeling a lot more comfortable. So halfway there, gonna refuel here in a minute. Keep going. Okay guys, we are currently on mile 13, heading back. I don't know how good this audio is gonna be. It might be crap, but running with Sal and Leah here. Hey. So, what got you guys into running to start?
So, I just did it to support her. I'm a couch potato, came from couch potato life, but she was doing her second marathon, and I wanted to support her, wanted to get a little healthier too, but I did not like running. I hated it. Then we started running with a group, and it was really fun, friends, you know, and they like running, and it made the day go by so much faster. So that's really the key for me, is like being able to see friends. So find friends that like to run, find a running group, you know, because it's running, it's all a mental game. That's the hard part. So when you instruct your mind, you know, your body can keep the pace. It's just your mind that struggles with it. So like they say, a problem, like I'm saying, there's a problem shared, the problem halved. Well, get a group and it's like you all carry the load together.
Absolutely. What about you, Leah? What got you into running?
I started with one of my really good friends. She was the first one to just sort of invite me randomly one day if I wanted to go for a run. And I was like, yeah, sure. And while we were running, she was telling me about the CIM. And I was like, oh, there's no way I could train for something like that. And she was like, well, my niece is doing it. And she's 13. And I was like, she's doing a full? And needless to say, I was like, if a 13-year-old can do this, I can definitely do this. So that's what started me training. And then like Salvador said, it was also just nice to spend, like we lead such busy lives, it was nice to just buy out this time to two birds with one stone, take care of your health, and also not just physically but also mentally, just have that, spend time with your friends while doing something positive. So it was something I started to look forward to each week. And then, you know, you start paying attention to how many miles you get done, your paces, you start seeing progressive improvements, and then that part becomes addicting too.
Yeah, you guys have definitely, these guys have been getting me into it. I did, like you guys heard in the first episode of The Machine, I went from doing my first 5K straight into a 16-mile run with these guys. So completely nuts. Oh, we're going to walking. We're currently doing a 1 minute walk, 3 minute run.
Yeah.
Started out with a 2 minute run, 1 minute walk, but we're increasing it. We still got
13.4 miles so far.
13.4 so far. So we got 7 more miles to go before we wrap up. So for this run, like you guys have been seeing, I've been running with the Ultras the past couple days. But for you guys, what are you guys currently wearing? Sal?
I usually wear my New Balance 1080s on long runs because they're super soft and I don't have the best knees. So I've been having to do prehab work for my knee because I was getting knee pain immediately. So how you get soft shoes.
Okay.
And then I'm wearing Hoka's right now. This is my first time wearing Hoka's. Last year I wore Brooks Glycerins. So yeah.
Nice. And so in total, what's the longest run you guys have done so far?
Marathon.
18.5 for Sal. Leah?
26.2.
26.2. And then I'm currently on my longest. It's gonna be 20 something. So we'll see by the end of it how I'm feeling. Let's get back to it.
Oh yeah, we're just cooling down now. 6 miles.
I was so gassed by the end of that. I ended up walking most of the way to the 20-mile mark from the 19. And then once I got to the 20, I ended up taking the Ultras off and walking barefoot a bit. My feet are just so sore, and it's just like any shoe you run that distance in, you're gonna be shot, and want to get them off as soon as possible. Ended up putting them back on, walking the rest of the way back to the car, stretched out and got cooled off. I'm whooped. I still got to drive home, need to fuel, need to get some food in my system and recover today. I got a couple other things I need to do, but as far as training's concerned, I think I'm done for the day. The Ultras, they felt great. I didn't start really hurting until close to like mile 17 was when I was like, okay, I'm starting to feel this, and was when things started to really slip, and I was like, oh, and it was just my body reaching failure, and I was like, okay, time to take it a little easier. This is the longest I've gone on Strava. I set several different PRs because I'm still new to Strava, so it's still relatively new. But we have a personal record on what I don't know what that is. 20K personal best, 10-mile personal record. There's a bunch of different PRs on here. Yeah, it's from like the different miles, mile to mile. Third fastest 1 mile in a lifetime. But yeah, it was just a really fun run. Really cool group of people. I'm glad that I have friends that are motivating to push me to be able to do stuff like this. It definitely helps to have people like this in your life. So find those people if you need, and if you don't, just keep going anyway, because it's worth it. It's well worth it. So anyway, we're gonna drive and get home and get some food. So it's been a couple, about 2 months now since that last portion of the video was filmed, me in the gym, and I've racked up quite a few miles on these Ultras. According to Strava, I've racked up 69.3 miles on these guys. So they've definitely been broken in, and so far they're holding up very well and are still very comfortable. I hardly feel my feet at all. When I'm out on my runs, they have just enough support for me as a barefoot shoe user, where it's like I'm not feeling the impact of the run, but they're not also supporting my feet constantly. Like my feet are still working. Plus with the toe box, very, very wide toe box, so that's great for me. The only thing that I'd say for me personally is I'm going to keep these strictly as a running shoe, because one, I want them to last longer, but two, because when I wore them out anywhere else, like when I wore them working, which I unfortunately don't know where that footage went, between that and then actually working out at the gym, I felt kind of unstable because I'm used to being level with the ground. But other than that, that was my only real complaint. They're holding up very well after 70 miles, but I'd highly recommend them. You can check out the link in the description to go pick yourself up a pair. But yeah, absolutely love the shoe. If you guys enjoyed this and would like to see what I think of them at 400 miles, let me know down in the comments and like the video. Don't forget to subscribe, really appreciate it, and I will see you guys in the next video.